Hi everyone, and welcome to our webinar on how using PowerPoint templates can streamline your training course creation. We're glad that you're here. Hi, I'm Michelle Shane, and I'm the Chief Learning Officer for Cobblestone Consulting. I have a background in instructional design and have designed and developed over 250 training and tutorial videos in the last 12 years. Now let me turn it over to Lori B.
Thank you, Michelle. Hi, everyone. Lori Bakopoulos here, known as Lori B, and I'm the founder and CEO of Cobblestone Consulting. I have over 25 years experience helping customers realize results through reducing processes and implementing innovative technology to reduce costs. Let me take a moment to introduce Cobblestone Consulting. We are celebrating 18 years of providing quality service to our customers in the areas of project management, training, and custom software development. We are innovative in our approach to streamlining processes and implementing technology. We are collaborative in working with our customers to implement the right solution, resulting in smart business through reducing costs and improving customer service. We encourage you to visit us at cobblestoneconsulting.com for more information. Thank you, and thanks, Michelle, for kicking off our webinar.
All right. Thank you, Lori. So before we get started today, I want to be sure that you're aware of the additional webinars we have recorded for you. For instance, in the last couple of months, we have covered the following topics. In our last webinar, Micro-Learning, how micro videos could be your ace in the hole, we discussed how you can use very short 1 to 3 minute videos, also known as micro videos, to provide refresher training and develop online help videos that can be easily searchable by keyword. We also have our webinar entitled Mobile Training Content Delivery, a promising trend for today and tomorrow. In this webinar, we introduce you to the benefits of creating mobile training apps. These custom training apps cater to employees who travel, work from home, and work in the field, and they're almost becoming mandatory for the millennials in your workforce who have come to expect that there will always be an app available for pretty much everything they want to do. If you missed either one of those webinars, you can view the on-demand recordings by going to cobblestoneconsulting.com and just looking in the store. Today, our subject is templates, specifically e-learning templates. Now, why did we choose this topic? Well, because our clients are telling us that they want to accelerate their training course creation and development time without sacrificing content. And they want highly interactive and stellar-looking courses without having professional graphic or instructional design skills. The bottom line is with our templates, you're able to develop a course in less time and for less cost. So in today's webinar, we'll be reviewing the following items. What is a training template? Where do we use these templates? We're going to demo how to use the templates for your own corporation. We'll discuss how a training template could benefit you. And finally, how we can help you get started using these templates. When we polled our customers and asked the types of templates they use, the top two were PowerPoint and Excel. They continue to share with us that they use PowerPoint templates for presentations and Excel templates for budgeting activities. The power of PowerPoint templates is that most folks in your learning organization already have a familiarity with PowerPoint, and therefore there's a low learning curve. Since we're already familiar with the templates provided in most Office applications, why not take the same concept and apply it to course design? We recommend starting your course development using a PowerPoint template. However, not the traditional PowerPoint template of which you may be thinking. We use templates that are built specifically for e-learning. So why pay for expensive course authoring software when you can leverage what's already in your toolbox? PowerPoint templates are Cobblestone's go-to tool for creating effective and engaging corporate training and e-learning courses. In addition, PowerPoint slides and videos can be imported into Camtasia, Captivate, and Storyline to add interactivity where required. You may be used to seeing the familiar look of a PowerPoint template when sitting in instructor-led training. Now, nearly all instructors use some of the traditional-looking templates when delivering live instruction. And most companies have standard templates for employees to use when they deliver presentations. So why wouldn't you use the design templates already in PowerPoint? Well, because they do not have the e-learning elements already created. Those templates are not e-learning templates. As you know, the reality during training development often means that we're pressed for time. When we really want to help a client streamline a training project and help ensure consistency, we'll always use an e-learning template. Having an e-learning template in place can help speed up development and help support the visual aesthetics. So instead of spending time and resources on learning design, use a pre-built template that has been designed using instructional best practices and with learner experience in mind. Ready-to-go templates help you start authoring content faster, which means you can get your courses out to learners more quickly. Now, there are several instructional design theories that have evolved based on years of studying how adults learn. And e-learning templates follow these best practices. The ones we've developed emphasize a very popular adult learning theory called Gagne's 9 events of instruction. Gagne's 9 levels of learning provide a step-by-step approach that can help managers, trainers, and facilitators structure their training so that their students get the most from their learning opportunities. It's based on adult learning research, and it's used in most universities and among the majority of instructional designers to create e-learning. We are going to share with you briefly what's in the 9 events so that you have a better understanding of how the templates were designed. We just want to give you a familiarity, but if you follow our e-learning templates, the work has already been done for you. So let's quickly review the 9 events. First, we want to gain attention. We know that it's important to grab the attention of our audience right out of the gate. Now that we have their attention, let's tell them the goal of the training to set their expectations and prime them to learn. Stimulating recall of information they already have around the training topic helps adults to connect synapses in their brain and allows easier retention of new content. When we present relevant content with the context around it, our learners and our audience understands why the information is important. We want to provide them learning guidance, such as providing examples, relevant scenarios, mnemonics, and things that'll aid their memory and call their attention also to what's most important on the screen using arrows, highlights, and pop-ups. Practice, practice, practice helps solidify the new training. And providing feedback, they will know if their actions were right or wrong, and we'll explain why. And assessing their performance allows us to see how our delivery worked and assess our students for competence and certification. And then finally, we want to support that training with micro videos and on-the-job training. So let me take about 5 or 10 minutes to show you just at a high level how to go about actually using an e-learning template in PowerPoint. I'm going to go over and pull up one of the latest e-learning templates that we have created. Now, keep in mind that all the colors, images, and fonts you see on this template can be changed to meet your exact company branding. These are easily changed in the master view of PowerPoint. So for example, I am going to show you here that below each slide, we have e-learning instructions telling you which one of Gagne's 9 events it pertains to, why we're doing it, and some ideas of what you could include on that slide. So this is what the template might look like. You start by welcoming people to the course, and you see it's got the built-in animation and transitions. Now we're giving them an interesting attention-grabbing screen with perhaps some statistics or a relevant scenario. Then we might go on to how to stimulate the recall of something that they already knew, an optional instructor introduction screen, telling them about the goals of the course and some information about how the course will run, prerequisites, etc. Then we'll present what they're going to learn by the end of this course, talk about the lessons, and introduce them one at a time and what they will learn. And then let's get started. So that would be a typical introduction to a course. And now we have a lesson template that can be used over and over again for each one of the different lessons, just changing out the text. And of course, as I mentioned, your company branding and your company images. So we start out with kind of a cool transition, showing them the topic of the lesson. There may be some music here. You might have a spinning logo. Then the lesson introduction. So you talk a little bit about what's going on in that lesson. Once again, the goals and objectives of that lesson. Now we have some optional layout slides. For example, this could be if you want to compare and contrast two images. This is an opportunity to just replace those images and use that. This next content slide would be something where you might want to introduce some bullet points, and you can see the animation is already in there. If you wanted to have a full screen image, you could see that you could just replace it on that slide. Another option would be to use some smart art. Perhaps you would even want to show a video, for example. And you could do that in this little mock computer screen. Next would be a scenario. So for example, you might have something that would be relevant to the person's job and include some interactivity here. So that would be clickable. Say I clicked on that slide, it gives them the feedback. Obviously, you would change these to whatever the relevant good feedback would be and the different and the bad feedback and the different choices that they might make. And then you'd want to do a summary of what the student had learned. And then, of course, one of Gagne's 9 events is to make sure that the student retains the information by doing some type of activity. And it might be a series of micro videos that are inside your help system. It might be simply going to a classroom, what we call blended learning, and doing some interactions with some software. We give you a variety of different ways that you can meet that objective. Then we give them some additional resources, documentation, phone numbers, all sorts of ideas we have for that. And if you wanted to provide some kind of a course certificate, you've got that there. Now, just to give you an idea of how another course, a completely different course, might be put into the e-learning template, this was a course that Cobblestone created quite a while ago. It's on project management, and if you look at the slides, you'll see that they are perfect for, say, an instructor-led course where the instructor is standing up in the room and delivering the slides. And this is pretty typical using a basic PowerPoint template, but it would not work if you wanted to create an e-learning course where people don't expect to see a lot of text on the screen. And as I go through the slides, you'll notice that most of them are very text heavy, very bullet oriented and doesn't have a whole lot of animation. With eLearning, we expect to have full screen images, things happening on the screen, interactivity, and very little text if possible. I wanted to show you how that instructor-led course could be easily converted over to eLearning using our templates. So you may recognize a lot of the templates in here, and it was very easy just to swap the slide and the images over right into our template. So you'll recognize the curtains coming in and some of this animation. And this is nice and light and bright because that is what the client wanted. And it's got the animations in here. It's got all of the eLearning elements in it. It follows Gagne's 9 events of instruction, where you're giving them the goal of the course. It keeps moving. It doesn't stay on the same screen. Now, I probably, if I'd had more time, I would have animated each one of these circles to come in one at a time as the narration was focusing on them. And we would then introduce our instructor, Lori, talk about the lessons in the PowerPoint course, and the narration here, you can't hear it, but it just synchronizes nicely to the slides. And then we get started. Now, a course like this could very easily also be put right into something like Storyline or Captivate if you wanted to add a scored exam of some sort, if you wanted to get nice reporting features that you can get from Articulate Online, if you wanted to add a survey or more hotspots, or it could even be put right into Camtasia. For example, if you had an application you wanted to share that needed a nice, crisp, clean screen recording, we would just mix those screen recordings right in with the slides. So it's extremely flexible. So let me go back to the presentation. So now that you have seen the demo, so what is the benefit to your organization? Well, first of all, these templates have the best practices of course design baked right in. They promote rapid course development because they provide a tested framework to organize the most important content, which is going to allow you to develop and deliver in about half the usual time. They're the perfect solution when you need to get a new course or a course revision out quickly. And of course, with rapid development comes less hours worked and a major cost savings to your organization. And as you could see in the demo, once you add your own company branding, each course you create will have a consistent look and feel. All the slides in one course will have that consistent theme throughout, which includes layout, color schemes, fonts, icons, buttons, navigations, and more. This results in course standardization and uniformity across your organization. Remember, a great template gives your course immediate aesthetic value. If you don't have this, your course will not only fail to attract the user's attention, it will also fail to hold the user's attention. While consuming e-learning, would you rather look at a screen full of bullet points or a screen that communicates the same information in a beautiful, more visually appealing and interesting way? Which one do you think is more likely to elicit more interest, if not effort, on the part of the learner to really internalize what's being said? Design also affects perceived credibility. If viewing an e-learning course where the visuals feel thrown together, maybe with mismatched clip art or graphics, what impression does that leave on the learner about how important it is to pay attention to what's in the course? And what farther-reaching impression does that leave about the credibility of the content or the credibility and professionalism of the training sponsor? So for these reasons, we feel that the e-learning templates are a no-brainer, and we hope that we've inspired you to start using them for your rapid course development from this point forward. Now that you understand the value of the training templates, how can Cobblestone help you? All right, so today we're offering 2 packages to get you started. Package number 1 provides the templates to get started, along with an instructional video that shows you how to leverage them for your organization. In the instructional video, you're going to learn the best and most efficient ways to edit the colors, fonts, images, and everything else to adhere to your branding guidelines. Now, package 2 provides the same as package 1, but in addition, you get 5 Cobblestone consulting hours. During these 5 hours, one of our instructional designers will work with you to strategize your course objectives, create your project plan to meet your deadline, adding interactivity, organizing your content, adding scored quizzes if necessary, and the best hosting options. So what's next? Go ahead and pick your package and then contact Lori B at cobblestoneconsulting.com, or let Lori help you decide which is the best package for your organization. Thanks so much for coming today, and we hope to work with you soon.